In the first 60 seconds of meeting someone, their body tells you everything you need to know. Who's nervous? Who's confident? Who's lying? Who's attracted to you? Who's a threat? And you're missing all of it. Most people spend their entire lives blind to the signals happening right in front of them. But professional poker players see them, FBI agents see them, master negotiators see them, and in the next 12 minutes, I'm going to teach you how to see them too. By the end of this video, you'll walk into any room and know exactly what's happening before anyone even speaks. You'll read power dynamics, you'll spot deception, you'll identify attraction, and you'll never be caught off guard again. Body language isn't about memorizing hundreds of random gestures. It's about understanding 5 core principles that reveal what people are really thinking, feeling, and planning. These aren't party tricks. These are survival instincts we all have, but most people have forgotten how to read. Your ancestors used these signals to survive, to know who was a threat, who was an ally, who was lying, who could be trusted. That same information is still there, written on every body you encounter. You just need to know what to look for. Here's what you're about to learn: how to read dominance, submission, attraction, deception, and anxiety in the first minute of any interaction. Once you master these 5 signals, you'll never look at people the same way again. Let's start with the most important one, the signal that tells you who has power in any room. Signal 1, space ownership. Who's dominant? Dominant people take up space. Submissive people make themselves small. It's that simple. Walk into any boardroom, any party, any meeting. Within 10 seconds, you can identify who has power by watching who spreads out and who shrinks. Dominant body language: arms spread wide, legs apart when standing or sitting, leaning back in chair, taking up maximum physical space, belongings spread across the table. Submissive body language: arms crossed or tucked in, legs together or crossed, leaning forward, making themselves smaller, taking up minimal space, belongings kept close to body. This happens unconsciously. The person with the most confidence naturally expands. The person who feels less secure contracts. Here's how to use this. When you walk into a room, look at who's taking up the most space. That's who everyone else perceives as the alpha. That's who you need to understand or influence. And here's the power move. If you want to project dominance, claim space, spread out. Take your time, don't apologize for existing. Confident people move like they own the room. Insecure people apologize for taking up air. The room reads you in the first 10 seconds. Make those seconds count. Signal 2. The handshake read. Instant status check. A handshake is not a greeting, it's a negotiation. And in the first 2 seconds, you learn everything. Here's what to watch for. Palm position. Palm facing down equals dominance attempt, trying to control you. Palm facing up equals submission, giving you power. Palm vertical equals equality, mutual respect. Grip strength, crushing grip equals insecurity, masked as dominance, overcompensating. Limp grip equals disinterest or social anxiety. Firm grip equals confidence and respect. Duration. Too long equals awkward desperation. Too short equals dismissive or uncomfortable. 2 to 3 seconds equals normal, confident. Here's the advanced read. Watch their eyes during the handshake. If they maintain eye contact, confidence or genuine interest. If they look away, discomfort, deception, or distraction. If they look at someone else while shaking your hand, you're not the priority. The handshake tells you where you stand in the power dynamic before a single word is spoken. Pro tip: if someone tries to dominate with a palm-down handshake, step slightly to your left as you shake. This naturally rotates both hands back to vertical. You just neutralize their power play without them realizing it. You've just learned how to read dominance and handshakes in under 10 seconds. These 2 signals alone will change how you see every interaction. But the next 3 signals are where it gets really interesting, because these reveal what people are hiding. Deception, attraction, anxiety. Most people will never learn this, but you're still watching, which means you're about to become the most dangerous person in the room. Keep going. Signal 3. The baseline shift, detecting lies and stress. Here's the truth about lie detection. There's no single gesture that means someone is lying. But there is a pattern, and it's called the baseline shift. Everyone has a baseline, their normal body language when they're relaxed and comfortable. Some people fidget. Some people are naturally still. Some talk with their hands, some don't. Your job isn't to know what lying looks like. Your job is to know what their normal looks like. Then watch for deviations. Here's how to establish a baseline in 60 seconds. Ask easy, non-threatening questions. How was your weekend? Where are you from? What do you do for work? Watch their body language during these safe questions. That's their baseline. Then ask a question that matters. A question where the truth could be uncomfortable. Watch what changes. Baseline shifts that indicate stress or deception. Fidgeting increases if they were previously still. Stillness increases if they were previously animated. Touching face, neck, or hair more than baseline foot movement increases. Tapping, bouncing, shifting weight. Eye contact breaks if they normally maintain it. Voice pitch rises slightly. Speech pace changes, faster or slower than baseline. One shift? Maybe nothing. 3 or more shifts at the same time. They're stressed about this topic, and stress usually means they're hiding something. Here's the key. Don't accuse, just note it. People lie when the truth is uncomfortable. If someone shifts when you ask about their weekend plans, they're probably lying about where they'll be or who they'll be with. You just learned something without them knowing. You know, signal 4, mirroring and blocking, attraction versus rejection. Your body unconsciously mirrors people you like and blocks people you don't. This happens automatically. You can't fake it long term, which means it's one of the most reliable signals. Mirroring, signs of attraction, agreement, or rapport. They copy your posture. You lean back, they lean back. They match your gestures. You cross your arms, they cross theirs moments later. They angle their torso toward you. Their feet point toward you. They lean in when you speak. Blocking, signs of discomfort, disagreement, or disinterest. They create physical barriers, crossing arms, holding objects between you. They angle their torso away from you. Their feet point toward the exit or someone else. They lean back when you lean in. They create distance. This works in any context. Dating. If their body mirrors yours, there's interest. If they're blocking, they're not attracted or not comfortable. Sales negotiation. If they mirror you during your pitch, they're receptive. If they block, you haven't convinced them yet. Social situations. If someone's torso and feet point away from you while talking, they want to leave the conversation. Let them go. Here's the power move. If you want to build rapport fast, mirror them first. Match their energy. Copy their posture subtly. Their unconscious mind will register you as one of them, and they'll warm up faster. But if someone is blocking you, don't push. Pushing against blocking signals makes people retreat further. Give them space. Let the barrier drop naturally. Signal 5, anxiety leakage. The signals they can't control. When people are anxious, their body leaks stress signals they can't suppress. These are involuntary, subconscious, and impossible to hide for long. Watch for pacifying behaviors, self-soothing gestures that calm anxiety. Touching the neck, especially the suprasternal notch, the small dip at the base of the throat, rubbing hands together, stroking arms or legs, lip biting or licking, playing with jewelry, hair, or clothing. Ventilating, pulling collar away from neck, adjusting clothing to let air in. These aren't deception signals. These are stress signals. The person is uncomfortable, nervous, or anxious. Maybe they're intimidated by you. Maybe they're worried about something unrelated. Maybe they're attracted to you and nervous about it. Context matters, but the signal is clear. This person is under psychological pressure right now. Here's how to use this. If you're in a negotiation and the other person starts ventilating or touching their neck, they're feeling pressured. You have leverage. Stay calm and wait. If you're on a date and they're doing pacifying gestures, they're nervous. Slow down. Make them comfortable. Ease the tension. If someone who was calm suddenly starts self-soothing, something you said or did triggered anxiety. Backtrack and figure out what. Anxiety leakage tells you when people are at their psychological limit. Use that information wisely. Okay, let's test you. Imagine this scenario. You're in a meeting. Someone is pitching an idea. They're standing with arms crossed, feet pointing toward the door, and they keep touching their neck while talking. What do you know? Answer: arms crossed plus feet toward door equals blocking/low confidence in their own idea. Touching neck equals anxiety/stress. Conclusion: they don't believe in what they're saying, or they're nervous about how it'll be received. You just read the room in 3 seconds. That's power. Now imagine you notice the person across from them is leaning back, taking up space, with hands behind their head. What do you know? Answer: leaning back plus space ownership equals dominance/confidence. Hands behind head equals relaxed, not threatened. Conclusion: this person isn't worried about the pitch. They either don't care or they're already decided. You now know more about the power dynamic in that room than 90% of people ever will. This is what body language mastery looks like. You've learned 5 core signals: space ownership, dominance, handshake read, status check, baseline shift, deception detection, mirroring and blocking, attraction versus rejection, anxiety leakage, stress signals. Most people will watch this video and forget it in an hour. But if you actually use these in real life, in the next 24 hours, you'll see things you've been missing your entire life. Micro-expressions are facial expressions that flash for less than half a second before the person's conscious mind suppresses them. They reveal true emotions before the mask goes up. You can't fake them. You can only catch them if you're watching closely. The 7 universal micro-expressions, same across all cultures: happiness, genuine smile, crow's feet at eyes, sadness, inner eyebrows raised and drawn together, anger, eyebrows down and together, lips pressed tight, disgust, nose wrinkled, upper lip raised, fear, eyes wide, eyebrows raised, surprise, eyebrows raised, jaw dropped, contempt, one side of mouth raised, smirk. Here's how to catch them. Watch the face when you say something unexpected or ask a direct question. In the split second before they respond, their true reaction will flash across their face. If you say, "Let's move forward with this deal," and you see a micro-expression of fear or disgust before they smile and say, "Great," they're not actually on board, they're hiding doubt. If someone says, "I'm fine," but you catch a micro-expression of sadness or anger, they're lying. They're not fine. Micro-expressions don't lie. Words do, faces don't. The more you practice watching for these, the better you get. Start with people on TV or in movies. Pause and rewind. Train your eye to see the flash before the mask. Then use it in real life. You'll be stunned how often people's words and faces don't match. Here's the rule professional body language analysts live by. Never trust a single signal. Always read clusters. 1 gesture means nothing. 3 gestures pointing in the same direction. That's the truth. Example, someone says they're excited about a project. Single signal, they're smiling. Conclusion, they might be lying. Smiles are easy to fake. Cluster, they're smiling plus leaning forward plus hands open and animated plus feet pointing toward you plus mirroring your energy. Conclusion, they're genuinely excited. Opposite cluster, they're smiling plus leaning back plus arms crossed plus feet pointing away plus voice flat. Conclusion, they're lying. The smile is fake. Always look for at least 3 signals that align. That's when you know you're reading the truth. Here's the cluster cheat sheet for common situations. Attraction cluster, mirroring your posture. Feet pointing toward you, leaning in, touching their own neck, hair, self-grooming. Dilated pupils, genuine smile, crow's feet. Deception cluster, baseline shift, fidgeting if normally still or freezing if normally animated. Touching face, dark neck. Self-soothing, eye contact breaks. Feet pointing toward exit. Voice pitch rises. Blocking gestures, arms crossed, objects between you. Dominance cluster, taking up space. Leaning back, hands behind head or on hips. Chin up slow, deliberate movements. Direct, sustained eye contact. Submission cluster, making self smaller. Leaning forward, tucking chin. Fidgeting, avoiding eye contact. Quick, nervous movements. Read the cluster, ignore the words. The body never lies. You just learned how to read anyone in 60 seconds. You now have a skill that 99% of people will never develop. You can walk into any room and know who has power, who's lying, who's attracted to you, who's a threat, and who's uncomfortable, all before a word is spoken. This is an unfair advantage. Use it wisely. Here's what I need you to do. For the next 24 hours, practice this. Go to a coffee shop, a meeting, a party, anywhere people are interacting. Watch them. Don't listen to what they're saying. Watch what their bodies are saying. You'll see things you've never noticed before. Lies, attraction, power plays, anxiety, all happening in plain sight while everyone else is blind to it. And once you see it, you'll never be able to turn it off. I want to know how many of you are actually going to use this, because once you do, you'll realize how powerful this knowledge is. If you want more psychology tactics that give you an unfair advantage in life, tactics most people will never learn, hit subscribe. Because on Hidden Truths Mindset, we don't just teach you psychology, we teach you how to see what everyone else misses. Remember, words lie, bodies don't. The next time you meet someone, you'll know exactly what they're thinking in the first 60 seconds, and they'll have no idea you're reading them. I'll see you in the next one. Stay aware. Stay observant.